So this tutorial will teach you how to make an 808 into a detuned grimy Reese bass. So this is the sound. I've got a kind of sort of dance hall beat going on there, but this could really work in any genre of bass music, grime, jungle, even something like bass house, garage. So the rack for this tutorial will be made available below the video, although you have to drag in your own 808 sample. So what we'll do first, as always, is we will add a new MIDI track. We want to find an 808 that will be good for this. So you're looking for something with a long decay. So this is a sample that I've used. It's just one off splice. So just double click when you have the channel selected, and it will just automatically drop into the channel. You want to make sure it's on one voice because you want it to be a monophonic, because you don't want multiple bass notes triggering at the same time, because that can get quite weird and muddy and phasey, and you want to gain stage it. I'm going to drag this MIDI across. What I'll also do here is I'll tend to adjust the playhead at the start here just to make sure it's right at the start of the sample. Drag it back out. So this 808, you can see it says hold G1 there. What that basically means is I know it's tuned to G, and you can check with a tuner. So you can see it's tuned to G. You could also use like a frequency analyzer if it doesn't work with the tuner for some reason, which might happen if it's distorted. And you can use, I use span, and you can just hold it and check. That is indeed a G. I'll just delete these two things. So as with a lot of the sounds I use, I'm going to group it to itself. Then I'm going to duplicate it within the channel. This will be the sub layer, and this will be the top. So people who've watched my tutorials will probably be familiar with this technique from a lot of the stuff I do at Serum. Bring in EQ3. Put it over here. Then you want to group it to itself again and duplicate it. And this is the mids. And high layers, make sure you also do that. Again, we want to, we can solo this, and we can compress pre-EQ. Now what you can do is you can go to the top. You can go to controls, and you can use this spread function. Essentially, it detunes and pans the sample to either side. It's sort of similar to the unison detune in Serum. You can sort of hear it there. It's not super easy to hear because there's not a lot of sort of mid-range frequencies in this. So what we're going to do to generate more mid-range frequencies is bring in the overdrive, which is something else I often do. I mean, you can use it there, that sounds quite good, but a bit lower down. What you also want to do with the mid actually is you want to mono it. You can just find the preset if you've got Ableton 10 for the mono utility here. And for the high bands, I still use the overdrive, but I use a slightly different technique. Instead of maybe saturating something like that, I'm just going to turn this up actually. It's a bit more aggressive. you can actually go all the way down. So what I'm doing here is saturating the sub and bass frequencies, which in turn creates frequencies further up the frequency spectrum. However, I'm then cutting the low end out, which means I can retain the clean sub while still having the effect of saturating the sub. This trick also works really well for making deep subs sound better on smaller sets of speakers. I'm going to do my usual monoing below 2K. Again, that's just for mono compatibility. We can now start to add EQ. So bring in the EQ8. Yeah, I just adjusted the overdrive here a little bit, but in terms of this, just rename this to 808 as well. Kind of boxy in that area, so I'm just turning that down. We also might want to do, and I tend to use like an analog model BQ if I'm going to boost stuff. So subtractive digital and then additive, I tend to use analog. And you can, this feels like it needs a bit more top. You can see actually it's saturating within the plugin, so I don't want that because obviously I've already saturated it. If you want to pop through a little bit more, you can try increasing 3K a few dB. I think that's fine the way it is though. If you want to make this sound a little bit deeper, what you can do is add an auto filter. I think in this context, this sounds better though. You might also actually want to take a little bit off the very top as well. Also, just to finish things off, I'll add a little bit of reverb too. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe. My Serum preset pack is available in the description. For more videos like this, check out my channel, and I'll see you again next time.